And we are back. Resident Evil Afterlife versus Underworld Awakening. And let me just tell you guys something. Oh man. Let me just tell everybody something. So, yes. I'm saying starting with so. Your boy's 30. I got a little I got a excuse me. I was like, you know what? What was this last week, I believe, or the week before? Either way. I was like, you know what? I know what we're gonna be doing for the next few weeks for Horror with Stars 30. Let me just build the schedule out because I know what we're doing. Build the schedule out. Cool, did that. Happy I did that. Proud of myself. Boom. Yeah, hell yeah. Just knocking shit out, getting just being ahead. Being ahead, being ready, being
Mhm.
prepared. That's the word. Being prepared. I fucked up though. That's the part that I did do. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Listen, we all fuck up sometimes, man. We all fuck up sometimes. The way I fucked up though, it's funny, but the way that I did it was I I fucking, sorry about that. I had for tonight's movies, I had the Resident Evil movie. That was correct. But I had Underworld. What was it called?
Uh, ne Never Ending War or something like that?
Oh, something like that. Something like something about a war, whatever. And it was the wrong movie. It was Underworld
Yep.
film, but it was like animated shorts. I didn't know. I just seen that. And
Well,
so
partial blame is them. They gotta stop doing that with fucking movies. Make it confusing people. They put these animated shows.
yeah, and I mean, I could have did a little bit more research because I didn't like look because the thing is like I just googled the Underworld movies, right? So I can get the movie covers, movie covers. So like, okay, boom, 6 of them, cool. But there's only 5 really. And then
Mhm.
I seen the Resident Evil ones, and so I did what I did. Long
I
story
didn't think
short,
I didn't think about it because they do have one called Blood Wars. So I
yeah,
seen Wars and I thought that was the title. I was like, "Oh yeah, Wars. Okay, there you go."
yeah, that too. But excuse me. Anyway, so I did fix it. I got rid of every episode, including tonight's. I had to redo that one, and then the rest I'll do at some point over the weekend or tomorrow evening or something, whatever. But
Hey, it happens.
listen, it happens, man. Mistakes happen, and you can't be ashamed of it. You're gonna it's gonna happen. Maybe not that exactly, but you're gonna make those little silly stupid mistakes with this stuff. I've been doing it for 7 years now. Yeah. 7 years since this past January. And here and there, just you miss up on one thing and it messes up the whole lineup of everything else. Because that was the other thing
Mhm.
too. Because we had so with that being fit, well, we would have had this episode. What do we got? Two. I think we got 2 more episodes. Yeah, we do because there's part 5 of both of these films. No, yeah, we do. So we have 2 episodes of this because there's part 5 of both of these films, and then Resident Evil has a part 6. And there's another movie that came out in 2021. So just do those two to end it out.
Is that
But
the,
that one was gonna be
remake? Is that the remake?
Welcome
Raccoon City?
Welcome to Raccoon City. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. And what I'm getting at with that too is we would have had 3 extra episodes because we would have had the whole crazy thing, and then we would have had the Raccoon City by itself. Welcome to Raccoon City by itself. So yeah, we've been on this in about 2 weeks, and then we're jumping into animated, which is gonna be fun. Start
Interesting.
kind of
It's gonna be
yeah,
interesting.
yes. Which all I'm gonna say is not gonna say what we did, what we reviewed. One, I don't remember, and two, it's a secret. But those
You
movies that
already
we reviewed behind the
you already got
scenes, James,
the
huh?
oh, yeah, the behind the scene ones. But the animated ones, you got those ready?
I gotta see if I can find them.
Oh, okay.
I gotta see the ones that we did because if I can't find them, um, I might just say fuck it and use them for the live. Just go do them on the live. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Unfortunately, because that was some good conversations and good content, but I just cannot find the shits at all. I'll check like one more time. What's good, Chris? Thanks for
What's up,
dropping in, man.
Chris?
our co-host over on Popcorn and Pints. Make sure you guys will check him out
Yep.
over on Stories from a Bar. But shit, how's it going though, man? How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
How you doing
Doing
tonight,
good.
man?
Doing
Yeah,
pretty good.
the weekend's
Tomorrow's
almost.
even better because I don't work. Oh yeah.
Well, I do. So so it's still good. Tomorrow's Friday. It's gonna be a happy Friday. Right now it's a happy Thursday. All the way in the butt. Hashtag all the way in the butt. Over. Gotta love Chris. Gotta love Popcorn and Pints. Oh man, we have some wild, crazy, silly ass conversations over there.
Mhm.
So James, I'm gonna kick it off first
You.
with we're gonna kick it off Resident Evil. And I'm just gonna just because we've
Mhm.
been talking for a couple minutes, let me just pull this back up one more time and get to this screen. There's so many fucking screens, man. Oh, there we go. Pull up the poster one more time just to kind of show everybody what we're talking about. Resident Evil Afterlife and Underworld Awakening. And we're gonna kick it off with Afterlife. James, early rating for Resident Evil Afterlife.
I'm gonna say, huh? Was yet last week's better?
Hmm.
Hmm. I'll go. For now, I'll do 6.5.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, just for now.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm going for
It
I'm
might.
going 4.5 for this one. I like last week's a little bit better. The biggest thing I didn't like about this one is the plane, that whole plane scene where she's like landing on the building. I just there was just something about it, it just didn't work for me. So I'm just like that I think that was one of the scenes that bothered me the most out of any scene in the movie was that scene, the plane scene where she's landing on the building and all that extra.
Oh yeah, that small like that. There's no way. She's coming in hot, and the guy's holding the wire to slow it. That would have ripped him in half when that plane hit that wire.
Oh,
And they were all Hercules. They pulled that plane back easily off the edge.
mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's a small plane. It's a one propeller, little fucking
Yeah, it's,
two-seater. But
but with it going that fast and coming in hot like you're saying, it's not going to just stop that easy with people.
yeah,
I know they tied they did tie the thing around the I believe there's 6 of them if you're just counting the live action, unless there's more coming out, and then
and the
I know there's
sixth
a
one is
few
like a reboot.
yeah, and there's a few live action or a few animated, I'm not sure how many. But yeah, so cuz I know they tie the thing around the like a big post out there,
Yeah,
and then what you call it, but the other people that grab it and bring it around and grab, and slowing the play. I'm like, come on.
yeah, I know.
Because
It's
if you had
crazy.
it to 2 posts and it, like, started or not even though, because 'cause it'd be more of like the ones that are on the ships, it's like a rubber band more so, like,
Yeah, it's not a straight up wire because
to,
it would
like,
have ripped the
stop.
wheels off.
Yeah, like, more would've some crazy shit would've
Yeah.
happened.
And after that landing too, they fucked it up, but it was still fine. That one dude flies off with it.
Yeah,
That
I
by the
was
way, he's a creep looking dude. He looks like you know,
no, listen,
he's a producer. You know what he does.
he was in, he was
Weinstein
in
style. Was he
that's
in,
crazy. Yes, Sons of Anarchy.
yes. Son of
He was in
Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, his hairdo and everything, he just looks like a creep.
He looks
Like,
the
I would
exact
have shot him. He's the type of person you see you can't trust automatically as soon as you see him. There's something wrong. He gets this vibe. You're like, "Take him out. He's
and you
trash."
would've been I mean, in this movie, you would've been right about that.
Is it just me? Also, the main guy, the bad guy in this with the glasses, by the
Mhm.
way, is kinda like a
What
ripoff of Matrix.
that honestly, I mean, I'm going from where I fought against and played against him in part 5, he is in that game, he does move, he is like that in the game, like,
No, I know he is,
not
but
the flippy shit, I don't
did
remember
he
him
look
doing all the flippy shit, but, like, the moves and the quick movement and all that,
but when he's just sitting there talking, doesn't he look fake?
yes.
It's so weird. I'm like, "Why does he look fake like he's, like CGI?"
They
Just sitting
probably
there.
CGI'd some shit to give him to try to give him kind of more of that Wesker look from the game, I'm assuming. I
I don't
don't
know, man.
know.
It was
but
weird.
it was weird.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. I can't even lie to you with that. That was it. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at all.
Now the zombies evolved again. Now they had this thing that comes out of their mouth and fucking kind of like Demigorgons from fucking Stranger Things.
There is something in the games with that.
Yeah, they mutate
I'm
every
feeling
game. Like you got a new fucking dude. And by the way, I love the big fucking juggernaut dudes with the giant axe hammer. In the game,
yeah,
I remember fighting against them things, man. You have to run. You don't even bother fighting them unless you have a rocket launcher or something. They will beat your ass. They take forever to die.
they
They're
do.
strong as hell. One hit takes so much damage. But I like those things. Always has like a sack on his head, like a
Hmm.
potato sack.
And they look because we watched them last night, me and the wife, and she was saying they reminded her of remember the ones from Silent Hill? I know it's not the
Yep,
same thing, but the big things from Silent Hill, they wear
yep.
the mask, the sack over their head, a bigger thing over the
I
yeah.
think they're making a new movie too. That's
I believe they
kinda
are. I believe they are. I believe they are. You're right,
ah,
my friend.
but you can't trust anything these days. People will say, "Oh, there's a new movie." How many
Mm,
times did you see the Freddy Krueger, TV show thing pop up online? Yeah, see
uh,
how he looks fake? I
he
think
does.
it's too
That's
much
a small
white,
picture.
too much makeup maybe? There's, like, no lines in his face, it's too smooth. It's
Too
just
much.
really weird.
It is. No, it is. I agree.
Then he has the black trench coat and everything. I swear he was like one of the dudes from Matrix.
You could say that too. You could say that too. But
But,
he does look
yeah,
fake.
no, they that's one they did get that right, though. He is like a replica from the movie I mean, the game, because that's what he how he like you said, that's how he moves in the game, and he has that fucking thing that comes out of his mouth.
I think they could have got to look better, but I'm not mad.
Yeah,
They tried. It's one of the better things they did.
and I mean, the movies are still not horrible. They're just like they're just getting a little more
Cheesy.
action-packed cheesy, yeah. You're like, "Okay, that was so cool." For
That
one,
you know
okay,
what? That's the I gotta say this, James. That's the perfect fucking thing. That is the perfect thing to say about this movie. Action packed cheesy because it is action packed cheesy. It gets cheesier and cheesier and cheesier and cheesier. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad
no,
at it.
not either, but
I don't
I did laugh at a part. I laugh at every movie that has an explosion. You know how they're too close and it blows them back and they do like a ballerina pose?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't it's
every
so
fucking
funny.
time.
I'm like
Every time. Come
they
on.
did that at Mythbusters, by the way. They put a dummy and had an
Mhm.
explosion, and they had these monitors on it. The shock wave will stop your heart
I
from
believe
an
that.
explosion when you're that close. So they make it like, "Oh, it just pushes you like air." The strong is like hurricane winds just push you forward. What's up, scene snobs?
Was
Mickey Mick,
good. Teen snobs.
the king of Manhattan, the kingpin. That's what he is. Actually, Kingpin is Hell's Kitchen, I think. I think. I don't even fucking know anymore.
Um, oh my god,
Um,
this movie, man.
what else is going on here? So this one, she loses her powers.
Yeah,
Thank God they took them away because they were getting ridiculous.
Wesker took him.
Yeah. He stabbed her in the neck with a serum that fights against the virus to give her
Makes her
take her
human
powers
pretty
away.
again,
So
pretty much.
she's human again. She thanked them, but she can
Mhm.
still do fucking martial arts.
Oh,
She
she can
still
still
does
fight.
damage. But her
She can still
strength and
fight.
everything disappeared. So when she was like kicking him in the face, it wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
all her clones died. Because
Yeah.
18 months she's going around the facilities and fucking blowing them all up, like destroying them all.
I'm gonna tell you this though, James. I was kind of chuckling, like kind of smirking, chuckling in the beginning of this movie because again, she's like locked up in something. I'm like, what the
Always,
fuck?
every time.
What the fuck? And what made me kind of do it was because you were talking about this last week,
Mhm.
and like James called this shit out last week. I was like, there's no way in hell they're gonna do it again. And they did.
No, they
So
do.
now, at least with The originals, I hope they do it every fucking movie with the last
And
2.
another thing that bothers me in the beginning, they do a fucking recap of every movie beforehand.
I'm not too mad at that.
Well,
Well,
sequels usually don't do that.
you
They
know
don't
what?
do fucking recaps.
Hang on, buddy, hang on. Friday the 13th. I know the first 4 did it. Maybe 5.
I don't remember recaps. It was
Well,
like what, a click picture, not a whole story.
no,
They
those
tell the
they'll show a few minutes of the movies in the beginning of the movie.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah. I like it, but I don't think you need a recap of every single film. Just from the previous film is what they would do in Friday the
And it's
13th.
always the same dialogue. I'm Alice. I was an agent working for Umbrella. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
And for one, who comes in on the 5th movie and go, I like Resident Evil? Like, no, you gotta I don't know.
Listen. Breathe. It's
People
okay.
know. People know.
It's okay, James. It's okay.
Well,
This
because it
doesn't
gives
sound like
because it
this doesn't
remind
sound like
dude,
I have to say this to you. This does not sound like a 6.5.
I know. Well,
I know it's still
that
early.
was just because the beginning, the dialogue.
I know it's still early though, so we still got
But the
more.
thing is, it reminds me of I think it bothers me more because it reminds me of that's why I don't like reading, because it was like reading the same paragraph over and over again. You memorize the fucking words, but you can't go on to the next paragraph because you're like, where did I lost my spot? I gotta go back.
I can see that. I can see that with
So
this movie.
I don't know. It bothers me. But that did take away from that's the dialogue in the beginning. That part you really don't you zone out anyways. You're like, oh, it's the dialogue. They're just giving a recap. When is this shit gonna start?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I might have went too high. We'll see. I might drop it. But because I'm thinking the storyline. So Arcadia, it's not Alaska. It was a trick from Umbrella. It's a ship. They wanted to collect all the people who are not infected to experiment on them.
Mhm. Yes. Which was a cool
But
twist.
the dude killed his whole crew when he had because he got in that crash. He
Mhm.
almost died. He had to inject himself with the serum, but it's mutating rapidly, and he just went berserk. Fucking, they don't show it. I wish they did, but he killed everybody on the boat because they're like 2 days. Arcadia hasn't been doing nothing because he went there. Had all the people were trapped. All his crews are not putting out the Mayday thing, the fake announcement because they're all dead. It's
Mm.
just like that one doctor killed everybody in the lab.
Yep. Yeah.
Yo, this dude had pet zombie dogs.
That was
Their heads
that was
split
pretty cool.
open. They mutated.
That was pretty cool. They came in there and Alice was getting ready. He was like, "Sit." That motherfucker
Yep.
just sat right down chilling.
That right next to him. He has a
So
fucking
that's pretty
chair
cool.
that looks like a throne. He sits in it like he's a king.
Listen, man, he's Wesker. He's a bad boy over there.
Other than that, that's what it is. They're trying to get to Arcadia because so she flew to Alaska, found Claire, and Umbrella made this new thing. It looks like a spider. It controls you and it gives you like zombie powers in a way, like more strength and everything. So she saves Claire. She goes, "Where's Kmart?" You lose your memory, so your memory's gone when
Oh,
that's on you.
that thing that was so the cool thing about that, I'm glad you brought that up. So the
It
cool thing about
brainwashes
that
you.
is in Resident Evil Part 5, actually when you're about to fight Wesker one of the times, which Resident Evil Part 5 is co-op, but anyway, Jill from the first one, she has that same there's like a thing on her chest that's like that little
Mhm.
red ruby, whatever that was kind of locked into her chest. And you
Yeah,
have to rip it off of her chest. So you have to like you can't shoot her. You have to like throw her down or something,
because you're
whatever.
trying to
Like
save her. Yeah,
yeah, and then you like you get her down, your partner grabs her, and you have to grab it off her chest or whatever. So I thought that I did like that part of it just because they added that
yeah,
concept to it, that element to it,
yeah.
which
So you lose your memory,
yep,
but it
you
comes
do.
back slowly.
Slowly but surely it does.
So they find out because that's what they're doing. They're experimenting with the unaffected and making them trying to make soldiers with them with those things.
Yep.
Even though it makes no sense, the world is dead. Who are you making soldiers for? Who are you going to fight? You have them go out and fight the zombies?
I guess if there's
I
any type of
that's the part
survivors
I
or
don't
any type of crazy
understand. I don't
tyrant.
remember the storyline of the video game, Like, what's the end game of the villain? What they want except for power, and they wanna make a super soldier? Like, there's no wars. The world is dead. It's all zombies.
Just something to protect him from this. I don't
She
know.
went to multiple countries, Tokyo, uh, everything else. There was only a group of 20 people. Well, they said 2,000 altogether on that Arcadia boat. I think they said 2,000.
But that was just there though.
And the whole world. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, who is he gonna go fight? Because that's combined. He was going all around collecting.
We gotta go fight. I don't know.
Go
The
fucking
Avengers,
Jesus.
maybe. Maybe he's building up for some aliens or some shit. Who knows?
But yo, when he takes out his lab, he takes it out. That's like a neutron bomb, and it fucking just wipes the whole city out and makes a giant crater.
It was nuts.
That's a pretty cool explosion. I like those explosions. It reminds me of like you're watching like fucking animated like Iron Man and shit when fucking
Yeah.
bombs go off and
Yo, there's something about that too. I'm glad, like, just about I think a big reason is because it's cartoon slash animated, so it's fun. It's more entertaining in this sense of like the explosions and shit. But they could also make it just so much freaking cooler.
yeah, because the thing is, this is like their technology umbrellas is like you want to say because how it is, the lab, how it's built, like it's underground and it has tunnel. It kind of looks like a fucking ant colony type situation.
That honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the kind of the style or look they were going for in a
Yeah, the
sense.
technology's high, except for they're still using regular guns. It's not like laser guns and shit like Star Wars. But their bombs don't look like a normal bomb, unless a hydrogen bomb does that. But I don't know. That's like futuristic shit. That looks like a neutron bomb because it like implodes. If I could just spins and it just goes wide and it comes back in and goes boom. It's crazy. Maybe it is the real. Maybe it's like a hydrogen bomb or something. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
But whatever it is, it wipes out a whole city from
That's like
underground. It blows up and the shockwave and everything just destroys the city. So he does that. He did it twice, actually. Oh, she planted the bomb in his helicopter at the end.
that was dope. That was smart too.
That's
Real
like
smart.
that big of a bomb just to blow up a little tiny helicopter. Well, it's not tiny. It's like more like one of those helicopter jets,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
those helicopter planes.
Fucking Wesker, man. That's a
But,
tough son of a bitch.
but
That's
the
a
thing
tough
is,
son of a
like, you're like, so she goes in, and every boss she fights at the end mutates herself. They infect herself, so they got like
Oh, they wanna be
crazy shit.
stronger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Wesker somehow survives that bomb, right?
Oh, he's strong as shit.
He survives that somehow. I don't, they probably didn't show it because they tend to do that. He probably
Mhm.
jumped out at the last second.
Maybe.
And
Or even if he got hit by it, he would've he survived some shit.
dude, I don't know about that, man. Because it, like I said, it takes out a city. That's a
Yeah.
big blast. I don't know.
Wesker's
It should
different.
it should be like disintegrate him. But
You would
like
think.
I said, he could have jumped out and the blast, the shockwave before it fully exploded,
Mhm.
threw him into the water or something. I don't know. They don't show shit like that. Then they find out like he survived. Like, how did he survive? So okay, for one, if I was her, now she don't have no powers. I killed him. Yes. If the next movie comes and I seen that motherfucker again, like I'm fighting him again, I'm like, how the hell did you survive? I quit.
You
If a
can't quit
bomb can't be, how the hell am I gonna kill you?
because he's gonna be going after her either way, or if they see
Yeah,
each other. So
exactly. Because he wants her blood to stabilize the mutation. He don't want the virus to take over.
yeah,
It's kind of
but
like Spider-Man and Venom, where you got the suit and Venom's trying to take over your mind.
symbiote, yeah,
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 the symbiote shit.
similar in
Yeah,
that sense. In
yeah.
that in a sense.
So the T
But
virus is a symbiote.
doesn't it end up taking over anyway? Or no?
At first, yeah, it becomes black suited Spider-Man.
No, no, not that. I'm
Oh,
talking
I thought you
about
about him. No, well, his
what
eyes and everything. It kind of is. It's making him more aggressive.
yeah, that's right, 'cause it's yeah. Okay.
Um, not thinking straight because, like I said, he killed his whole crew, and he
Mhm.
only let that one dude live because he killed everybody. He goes, "All right, you could be my subordinate. You can go get me coffee and shit, I guess."
You need an assistant, man. Everybody
But he
needs an assistant.
killed him because he had to feed the heel. It's crazy.
He's Wesker's
Yeah, Wesker is but
he's not
I hate
somebody you want to like if he's like, listen, I got a lot of money, I can hire you. Just don't apply for that job.
yeah.
Do something different.
For one, if you work for I know a job you get paid a lot of money, you're a scientist or whatever. You work for a shady corporation like that, you know they're doing bad things. So you're automatically that's why no one has hard feelings when all these doctors and everybody gets wiped out in the fucking facilities because you count them
Oh,
as bad
these, yeah.
guys. They're bad guys. They're
These,
henchmen.
hell yeah, they are. Hell yeah, they are. They're just as bad as everybody
They
else.
might be innocent.
Bad as
Like
everybody else.
when we watched the first one, when the girl, they're all laughing. They're like, they thought they were doing a normal job. Like we're going to cure the world or something. They probably didn't tell them the truth what the virus was.
Not yet.
So they could have been normal. But later on, you're sitting there, these scientists and everything fucking doing shit. You're like, you know what they're doing, man.
Oh yeah, and money talks. We all know that.
Yeah, exactly. So they all deserve to die. Like I feel sorry for nobody when they get wiped out. Hell yeah, until all the whole series are done, Grandizer. We're doing the whole
It's good,
franchises
Grandizer.
for both of them.
Versus Blade versus Twilight. You're
Yo,
doing that Twilight. That's for
listen,
you.
no, Blade, awesome. I cannot watch Twilight. I'll strangle myself. I hate Twilight. Hate it. But
Twilight or Blood Lake?
solo movie, Blood Lake is the worst thing I've ever seen. Twilight, I cannot. I get annoyed. I'm like, this is not real vampire and werewolf shit. Like, what are they doing here?
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Hate it.
So before we do move on to our next film, I will pop up and let you guys know what we're doing next
Okay, I'm going to
week.
drop it down 5.5.
I was just about to. You didn't even let me get to it, James. I was gonna say. So, James, what do you do you have any
Oh,
final things?
I thought you were introducing the next movie. My bad.
No. I was gonna say, do you have any final ratings you want to say, or what? Any
Yeah,
final
drop it down to 5.5.
5.5?
There was too many things that bothered me, I guess. But it's
I'm
still not
glad.
horrible. It's still not horrible though. It's like watchable.
I'll say that I agree with you on that, and I'll also say, not like a slow watch either. You know what I mean?
No,
Like it doesn't
no,
feel like a chore watching it. It's not the greatest movie, but they're.
no. They keep the action going.
Will I watch them again? Hell
No,
no. I'm gonna
no.
say hell no with that. I won't watch these again ever. They're not good enough for me to come back and watch again. I don't think they have a rewatchability. But Hotel Transylvania.
No, Hotel Transylvania, 100%. Adam Sandler as the vampire father.
This is what we're doing next Thursday. And if you weren't here in the beginning to hear about my mess up, you got to go watch that just go back and watch it again because it's some silly
I'll
shit.
definitely watch one of those animated, cartoony
Oh hell yeah, those are fun.
movies over Twilight.
Those are fun.
So
Resident Evil.
I don't think I've seen any of these ones.
I know I did. No,
Retribution sounds like I did, but I'm not sure.
so Resident Evil. Well, I've never seen any of the Resident Evil.
Oh,
movies.
wait a minute. Unless this is the one where Jill Valentine comes back, like you said in the game with that thing on her chest.
Yeah, but
So I might have seen it then. Okay, Underworld Blood Wars, I have not seen.
so I've seen Underworld Blood War. I've seen all the Underworld films, and then these are my first times going through the Resident Evil films. So we're doing a Resident Evil Retribution versus Underworld Blood Wars next week, and it should be a good time. Should be a good fun time. And now we're gonna jump on to Underworld Awakening.
Yep.
Boom.
Grandizer, don't worry. No, it's entertaining when you someone gets me upset with a movie because it's rare.
Oh yeah.
It's rare.
We know this is all in fun.
But Blood Lake, 1987, horror,
19.
any genre, is the worst movie I ever seen.
I'm with him on that.
It made me so angry, and I forced myself not to like. I'll watch half of it later, and I watched it twice, by the way. So I hate it even more because of that, times 2.
That's right. You did watch it twice. So did I.
I don't watch that fucking thing 2 times.
I did too.
But yeah. So Underworld Awakening. So now
Rating. Let's do a rating
yeah,
first.
yeah, right, rating.
I gave this one a 5.5. Or actually a full point down from last
Damn,
week.
I don't even know if it's better than the Resident Evil. Uh,
For you?
yeah, for me, I don't know. It might be on the same level of like action, dialogue,
Mhm.
like
Hey,
like
man.
like being
That's
interested. I'll say a 5.5 on this one too.
okay. Okay. So you got him as a you got these movies as a tie this week.
Yep.
That's the
So
first tie for these
it is the first because
for me.
I thought every Underworld's gonna beat out Resident Evil. At which one? Underworld?
Resident Evil, not really. Like you know what's going on, but it doesn't really feel like a good storyline.
Oh, the CGI? You could tell it improved, but like we're talking about the Wesker, the bad guy, he looked fake to me. Like he
Yeah,
was
he looked
CGI.
they definitely CGI'd a lot of his look.
Yeah, they had to have because it was off.
And
But no, it's getting better. Now you're in
it's
the
getting better.
2010s now.
It's getting better, but not much better. Not
Not
like a
much better, but it's
oh shit,
upgrading.
this is but it's definitely getting better. It's definitely getting better.
It's National Hoodie Day? I didn't know that. I always wear a hoodie
Same.
every day until it gets brutally hot outside.
Actually my
Um,
favorite kind of like I prefer these over like just a regular sweatshirt.
yeah, me too. I like the hoods better, the hoodie. So this movie, they did a little, oh no, what they do in Resident Evil every movie. She got captured. She's in a lab for 12 years. 12 years time skip
Oh yeah.
in this movie. She gets out, so someone lets her out. We don't find out in the beginning. So she's out there kicking ass now. She goes, where if I find out it's been 12 years? She goes, where's Michael? So, another coven that's surviving. So there was a purge of all the werewolves and vampires and shit. The so-called humans were going through, killing them all. So there's a coven. There's some vampires hiding still.
Mhm.
The werewolves, they're like, we never see them around. They got smart. We find out that that whole company, that facility, was werewolves making believe they're human.
Oh yeah, where she was, where
Where she was, because they took her
what the hell's her name?
Celine.
Selene.
So they got Celine. The reason they kept her there is for her DNA, because we come to find out there's a 12-year-old little girl that is
Yep.
a hybrid, is her daughter.
Yeah, which here's my thing. Would she be more werewolf or more vampire?
So that's
Because
what's
her dad is technically half and half. And her mother is
exactly.
100%
Yeah,
vampire.
and you're right. It never gets pushed down to half again or whatever, you know.
Like,
But the
what is
thing
it?
is, they're making them keep a human body, so it's more vampire-ish, I think.
Okay.
But the mouth, the jaw comes out a little bit, like it's going to transform into a werewolf. So I
Okay,
think
yeah.
they add the vampire teeth, the fangs, but the jaw comes out a little. So I don't know. It's a hybrid. The werewolves and vampires are afraid of hybrids, but the werewolves are trying to become a hybrid, like a mutated version. There's a huge werewolf, a
Yeah.
liking. I keep saying werewolf, liking. Sorry, that's what they use as likings because they can turn anytime they want. They go in the sun, all that shit. Because normal folklore werewolves only transform in full moon.
See,
So
I didn't just because we were just talking about her, the look of the
she
vamp
she looks like Michael when he
yeah,
transformed.
and I didn't like the look of him either.
And
Like,
and
her
and I got a question for you, Aaron.
I used I'm listening.
When they transform, are they doing blackface?
Nah,
You sure?
I'm positive. They're doing vampire and werewolf face.
Michael turns completely black.
Yeah, but that's like a grayish body. That's different. That's different. That's not blackface, don't worry. But still, like, this just doesn't that's one thing I don't like about these movies is I mean, I do enjoy the movies, overall,
Damn straight they're
but
jealous of my beard.
I don't like I wish the CGI was better. I won't say I
I wish
hate
the
it,
CGI was better.
but
I
I understand.
wish
I also get honestly, I wish they went practical.
well, that would be cool too, but
I know it'd be tough
when you
and
got, like,
expensive.
100 werewolves action scenes,
I'll
that's a
say
little
mostly
tricky.
let's say for your close-up scenes of your main ones at the very
Oh,
least. Not
yeah,
even
yeah,
actions. You don't even have to do, like, action scenes too much, just, like, your visual, you know what I mean? Certain visuals of them,
yeah.
certain times when, like, and certain scenes where they're just, like, walking, say, for, like, 5, 6 of them, just, like, walking certain things like that because it would look so good. But I get it, I understand it, budget, this, that, and the third, and I also get the why the CGI looks the way it does because of when it came out, but I'm just saying I just wish that looked better. Just because of the werewolf shit we see now. I mean, we've seen better werewolves that came out old that are older than that, so I can't really say that too much. But I
Is it
mean,
just me, or did the Lycans in this movie look different than the last movie?
Vikings, yes, like I
Lycans.
think the CGI got better. They did look a little different.
They looked like the werewolves were thinner. Um,
Well, because the ones that they were showing in the beginning, weren't they saying something because they were, like, gone for a while? They said they killed them off, they were
they're
going
in
back.
hiding and starving on in the sewers like
Yeah, but then
rats.
they got but yo, that one that you mentioned earlier, that big ass werewolf.
What we find out is that, scientist, uh, he's a werewolf too, is injecting his son to make him a super werewolf. Huge. Oh, by the way, Selene has elder blood in her. She drank the elder blood. She got the forefather, the first vampire who created Marcus and Victor. Wait, not Victor. Marcus and I'm blanking, the werewolf guy, Lucius.
Lucian.
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 She got his blood. She's supposed to be like most badass vampire at the moment. This thing was slapping her around.
This big ass werewolf?
She got knocked into a wall at least 4 times.
Look how big this fucking werewolf is. I
Yeah,
would
it was like back slap, and she goes flying into a wall. And you're like, "Oh, okay, that happened." They do it like 2 or 3 more times. I'm like,
yeah.
"Okay, do something different. Have them pick her up, slam her head into the ground or something, you know?"
Out of context, that sounds so wrong, but
Did it? Oh, slam her head in that face down, ass up? That's what you're thinking, huh?
no, could you,
Oh.
like, do something different?
Yeah, do something different.
Trying to slam her through the wall, like, grab her head, slam it on the ground. I'm saying just out of context. If somebody just started the show with
Oh,
that
yeah.
sentence right
I
there,
see what
that
you're
would be
saying.
wild.
Are they talking about domestic abuse?
No, we're talking about Underworld.
Yeah, Underworld. Celine getting her ass kicked. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
So
which
they want the little girl because they want her blood because she's a hybrid.
mhm.
Um, like I said, Celine thinks Michael's dead. That's right. I said it. Thanks. Find out he was frozen in a tube.
Oh, and one of
She
those
found him. She shot it to give him a chance to thaw out and
eh,
free herself while she's dealing with everything else. He breaks out, and now they're the next movie. I guess they're going to be looking for
yeah,
Michael,
looking for him.
and the little girl can see visions with his eyes, like Celine was seeing the visions through the daughter's eyes. Because they're if your blood, like they were
I
connected.
think she used to be able to see him through his eyes too before the daughter was born.
Oh, so there you
'Cause
go.
she was
So
mentioning, because I think she was mentioning that she was saying how she couldn't see through his eyes anymore, but the daughter can now.
yeah,
You remember that?
so there was like a link. They have like a mind link.
Mhm.
Happy family, you know.
Which I did we mention this of who let Selene out?
Yeah, it was the daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I was
we
just
did. We
checking.
said they didn't say it in the beginning, but yeah, the daughter escapes, frees her mom. She only knows it's her mom is because they called her subject number one, and she is subject number two. She's younger and now is an adult,
Her name is Eve, by the way.
and she was getting connections, seeing like giving visions to the mother. So she knew they were connected, and the little girl, 12, is pretty smart. She knew it was her mother.
Yep, yep. Which
Um,
I just feel like if they would have given the hybrids, at least the hybrids, because the werewolves, as bad as they look, they still look like werewolves. The
no, yeah, I
vampire,
believe the hybrid should be like
they should look cooler.
cooler. Yeah, they just like a
And honestly, I would
gray
even say a
blackish
variation of
gray
like
human with their like they were starving for 2 years, 10,000 years because they're rib cage shows,
Yeah.
and they just get the the fucking teeth, and their eyes change color. They turn into like these
I would say like
blue, glowing blue eyes or some shit. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Or
just
black eyes. They turn black because the
black.
vampires are the blue, right? The
I
glowing
don't know.
blue.
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
I thought they turned black too. Either way, I feel like that could have been. I can't think of what right now, how to fix it right now, but I feel like that look could have just been a lot cooler.
Yeah, they could have.
A lot cooler.
100%.
Um,
Now Selene, she's just a vampire. She's gonna look like herself all the time. If anything, her hair will get longer. But some
yeah,
reason her hair is still short, you know. She got
just
a perfect haircut, you know. You know how that works in movies.
keeps it cut,
But
man.
so you can't expect her to change. But when you're a hybrid, you're part vampire and fucking
Werewolf, you
werewolf.
should look.
You
Yeah.
think, yeah, they should start evolving them to make them look cooler.
Hmm.
Like they made a super giant werewolf. If you could do that, why didn't you attempt the hybrid to change them a little bit, make them look because they don't look strong. Don't they look weak? The hybrid?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to physically look really strong, but make them look more intimidating.
Something like you gotta let them like you look at me like, oh shit, there's an aura, there's power coming off him.
There's
You know,
something.
he slapped someone, it's gonna go flying. Kind of like watching anime like Dragon Ball Z Goku. You look
Yeah,
at
I get what you
Goku,
mean.
that when he goes higher, like stronger,
Super
he
Saiyan or
fucking yeah, so he slaps
whatever
you.
high level they have nowadays. I
He could
can't.
slap a mountain and blow it apart and shit like that.
I wish I could do some
They
shit
don't
like.
have that look in this though. I'm saying they don't give that energy off the character.
No, not at all. They don't seem intimidating, which
No.
not
Honestly,
even
if I was there, say I was a vampire and I was like Selene, like same strength and everything. And I sit there and Michael comes out and he transforms hybrid. You look over that fucking giant werewolf that comes in. I'd rather go fight Michael.
yeah.
I'm like, I guess it's you and me, hybrid, because I'm not going near that goddamn thing. I
Nope.
think it's
You
huge.
better go get it. See how strong you really are.
One bite, my head's gone.
That thing was a that thing was and what I did like about that though was how strong they made that for as long as they did.
Yeah. It's
Every
like
time they showed
it's
it.
basically they did a Bane. Inject him
Mm.
with some steroids. The dude just gets bigger, huge.
You know what okay, so what one of my favorite because I know we didn't talk about this at all, but just because it's making me think about it now. But one of my favorite weapons, because of the big werewolf, was the big grenade thing she had that when it blew up, it was silver. It was like silver flakes.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
remember how she was in the vent
yeah.
and she did it in there, and then she did it again later in the movie. Because remember how because when she was fighting the big werewolf, she was fighting him in she got into like some small space to where he couldn't get into because he was too
Yeah.
big and he couldn't break through it either. So he had to shrink down, get into the human form again. She knocked him down, cut his stomach open. Remember when she put
Oh,
her
yeah, I
hand in
put
his
the
stomach
bomb in there, yeah.
and left the grenade thing in there and pulled her hand out?
And they always flicked it the pin at him
Yeah,
every
because
time.
she threw the pin at him and he caught it because he was like too slow or some shit. And
He
he
tried to
opened his
tear
hand,
his own stomach up to get the bomb out, but it
but he was
wasn't
healing.
working. He was
'Cause- Well,
healing
no,
too
remember
quick,
he
yeah.
healed.
Yeah, he healed quick. So he couldn't tear himself apart. He's going like this with his stomach, like trying to
Yep,
split it apart, but he was healing too fast.
because after he had transformed, I think he started healing even faster.
Yeah.
And then that just blew up inside of him, and it took a minute, but that was
Yeah,
cool.
they did that balloon shit.
That was cool.
They always have
Yep,
him go like turn into a big blob, then they
yep,
explode.
yep. That was fun. That was fun. I like that. I like that
Okay, I see
quite a
that. I
bit.
see that quick, like, do you shove a grenade down their throat?
Oh yeah, you see,
Shit
I
like
mean,
that.
cartoons especially and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh, real quick, back to Resident Evil. The shotgun with the coins.
Yes,
Yeah, that weapon was pretty badass.
I did like that. I'm
She
glad you
made a
pointed that out.
buckshot, right? She made a buckshot with fucking dollar pieces or whatever the hell they
Yeah,
were.
because remember when she was packing them in that sack and she said like they're her
Yep.
lucky coins or something like
She was
that.
counting them, yeah. But
She
she
was.
was like taking them out like they were bullets and no one knew. Like she was going to like country to country collecting coins or something.
Yeah,
Nah, she made a fucking
and
bird
so
shot, a
I
buckshot.
didn't even realize that she was doing that, like, using them as a weapon or
Me
for her
either.
weapon
Until you see the
until
coins hit the ground when she hits a zombie, shoots a zombie.
yeah, it was at the oh, where was
You're like, "Oh, shit."
excuse me, I forgot what part of the movie. It's as a matter of fact, it's when she's, it's later in the movie when she shoots and the coins go through the doorway,
Yep.
kill some zombies and go through the doorway. It was, like, around and I happened to look down and do so I don't know if I was taking a bite of food, I had to rewind it, like, 2 times to catch it because every time, right, I would happen to whatever I was doing, if I was eating, I was going down to take another bite again every time around that time, and then I'm just like, "Oh, I missed it again. Oh, I missed it again." But when I seen it, I was like, "Oh, that was actually
Yeah.
pretty cool."
Yeah,
That was
so
pretty
that weapon was cool, and the giant axe hammer thing. So that's the 2
yeah,
cool weapons to me in that movie. So
yeah,
back to now back to this
Underworld.
one. You think the best weapon lot of Uzis or handguns with big ass magazines shooting like
Mhm.
like Uzis. Regular AK, whatever the fuck those things are, assault rifles or those fucking machine guns they have. Um, you seen one dude with a sword, old school, like a fucking samurai sword, but he gets killed 2 seconds. I thought he was gonna do some blade shit.
Nah,
I thought they put him in there to be a fake blade. Like he sit there
no,
with the samurai sword, and he's like mad good at fighting, and he fucks up the werewolves. No,
like, "Yo,
he got yoked 2
yo,
seconds after
go
they pulled
fight,
that sword out.
go fight." I got it, I got it.
Oh man, but other than that, yeah, the grenade scene, cause it was a different weapon, and they don't overuse it.
No, she used it a couple
And
times, but like you said, they don't overuse it.
what is there another weapon in this that would be cool? If or a scene like, they used as a weapon?
Mm.
Oh, I just got it. In the coven when the werewolves, raid it, the son of the older vampire that runs the coven
Mhm.
got a fucking one of those chain swords.
Oh,
It's like a whip, but it's
yeah,
blade. That was pretty cool. I like that weapon because
I
I
forgot
seen
about
that in
that.
a martial art movie before, like a kung fu
Yep,
movie.
yep. Ninja Assassin, I seen it in something like that
Oh
too.
yeah, Ninja is but I gotta see that again.
Me too. Me too, which we'll
That
talk
movie,
about that because
yeah,
we got some P and P
that
stuff
movie
coming up.
was wild when it first came out.
Oh, man, yes, it was. Yes,
Yeah,
it
I gotta watch that one
was.
again. So yeah, that's the 2 weapons in this movie. Other than that, there's no like oh, another disappointing movie of real quick to Resident Evil. The guy they let out, he was a Marine, they think he was a criminal or some shit. It's Claire's brother,
Oh,
Chris.
Chris Redfield.
He goes, "I know how to get out of here." They have weapons and they have a garage that holds an 18-wheeler, like assault vehicle.
Mhm.
Find out they don't even use the fucking thing because the engine's out. They got you hyped up about this thing, like running over zombies and shit, and it didn't even happen.
I'm not mad at that, though. It would've been cool, but I'm not mad at it. But
So they had to go through a sewer.
yeah, they did.
They had to go out the shitty way, literally.
They ain't get any dookie on him, though. At least we don't think.
Oh
We don't think.
man. And not gonna lie though, I'm not going to hate against those people that saying not trusting him. He did look like have a serial killer look.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be careful.
Yeah,
You
because
gotta be
that dude
careful.
looked like he killed, and the reason is he killed so many people. People, he has that look because he's a Marine or some shit. Um, what else about that dude? So it's Claire's brother. We find out.
Mhm.
Um, there was a part of it they did make it like he's going to betray them at one point because it's a setup. Free me, I'll tell you how to get out of here. And then no one trusted him. Like you
Oh,
expected him do something cheesy, like, but then change his mind, like one of those characters. Like he's his goal is to fuck you over, but then he's like, I like these guys, and like a change of heart. That's the
yeah,
vibe I got. That's the vibe I got from him. I thought that was going to happen. I thought he was going to like a scene where it's just him and Claire, and he was going to kill her, and that's when he finds out it's his sister. Then to change of heart, he's like, I got to get my sister out of here, or something like help. You
yeah,
know, that's where I was going to go, but it didn't. They just had him. By the way, I think he is from the TV show Prison Break. Is
he
he on
was.
that? Yeah.
He was.
That show was pretty good back in the day. Um, but yeah. What else? Anything else happened in this movie that's interesting? Basically, that's what it is.
No.
They keep kidnapping the daughter. So she got free. They take her back. They have to go get her again. Um, and I hate. Oh, they hyped up. They did it with Michael too. They're like, he's a hybrid. You don't know how strong he is. He's stronger than everybody, and they never realized it and used that strength. The little girls, I think they said this movie, the little girl, why do they want her so bad? Because they know how powerful she is. Blah blah blah. But they had her jump on a back, like claw. She wasn't like I thought she was gonna like go against the big thing, and she slaps it and it goes flying into a wall or something. But then, so yeah, other than that, that's the whole see, that's what's good about these movies. The storyline is straight, there's no turns.
There's a connection with these franchises, James.
Oh, hold on, I'm on a low in a second, but let me talk about this for a second.
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
The storylines, you don't have to come. You can come into these movies. You don't have to worry about it going. Wait, what happened? Why is that dude doing that? Because there's no twist anywhere. These are straightforward. Like the premise is, I gotta go get my daughter.
Mhm.
It's a fucking movie that you go a rescue mission. Straightforward. There's nothing, no spins, twists, or anything like that. So that's why these movies are like, they're okay if you want to just like turn like you don't even have to really pay attention much in a way.
Yeah.
So, but they're not horrible. They're watchable.
Yeah, they're definitely watchable. They're definitely
Uh,
watchable. But,
Underworld, I knew was watchable, but I didn't see them all. But I like that way better than Resident Evil. The one Resident Evil I seen, I was like, yeah, and that's how they are. It's just not.
yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
I mean, these are better, but it's not like they're,
They're not as
like,
horrible as the
eons
fucking
better.
people are saying. That
But I
movie
gotta show you
sucked.
look at this, James. That's from the first Underworld movie, right?
Yep.
Resident Evil from
No,
that
get
we're
the
talking
fuck
about
out
now.
of here. That's him when he was younger?
That yeah.
Oh shit.
That's from '03.
Holy shit.
That's 2010.
I did not know that.
I was like,
Wow. They're
"Oh."
like, yo, you want to come back as an
Oh,
adult and kick some ass?
no, he was in no, because he was in the first Underworld and then in Resident Evil 4. So he was in both franchises.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So not even coming
Oh
back as
yeah,
an
not even
adult to
come
kick
back.
some
You're
ass.
right. They were both franchises. Yeah.
So you
They're
wanna come
like,
to a whole
yo,
different
you
franchise.
did that kind of movie. You did a vampire movie, or I mean, a werewolf movie. You want to come do a zombie movie?
Yeah, werewolf or like in Vampire, you wanna do a zombie? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we can do
Fuck
that, we
it.
can do that.
Hey,
Get a
that's
few extra
pretty
bucks.
cool though. That's pretty cool.
Get a few extra bucks.
That's cool.
But,
I guess there's not a
again
lot of, I bet a lot of people can't say that. A lot of actors. I'm in both franchises.
I'm sure a couple can. I mean, Kane
No, I'm
Hodder.
saying a couple, not a lot. I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I have to look into that. I have to look into that. Then
So
I'd
now
like to
that's a
see.
challenge for franchise versus. You got to find an actor that's in both franchises, then you compare them. You watch the movie like this.
We have to look into that, like an actor that's in 2 good franchises. Huh.
Yeah.
Something to talk about later.
Yep.
We'll table that discussion. But, again, we just discussed Resident Evil Afterlife, Underworld Awakening, of course, with some nonsense in between here and there a little bit, not too much. And next week we'll be reviewing Resident Evil Retribution, Underworld Blood Wars, and we'll be ending this journey with this will be in 2 weeks. Resident Evil Chapter Final. That's what it's called. I don't know why. And Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
So Blood Wars is the final Underworld.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So we're all done with Underworld next week, and then we got 2 weeks of these left, and then we're gonna kick off in the animated for the rest of April, and then all the way through May. Then we'll see what's gonna happen for the rest of the year and all that great stuff. But I will tell you this. I had a good time tonight. It was fun as always. And be sure to come check us out next
Thanks for
Thursday.
joining us, Grandizer.
Yes,
And
yes, definitely.
Mick for stopping by.
Anybody who's watching live, listening, appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody who's gonna watch or
Jason
listen,
came in the last second. He's like,
was
"I'm
good,
here."
Jason.
He came to school late, raised his hand, and says, "I'm here." You
Yes,
missed
yes.
you missed
Was
the
good,
lesson,
Jay.
Jason.
He did. He missed the lesson. Jason, Jason, Jason. Glad to have you here though, buddy. Glad to have you here.
Uh,
And yeah, so make sure you guys come check us out next Thursday, like I said, at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We will be back. We will be back. And then this Saturday, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern
Bond.
time.
James Bond.
Boom. Pierce Brosnan, baby. We're kicking it off with Pierce Brosnan with GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies. I can't wait. These are the ones I've actually been waiting for the longest. Well,
Yeah, so
mainly
this
GoldenEye, just
yes.
because of the game.
Oh, yeah, the
I've
game,
never
that's right.
seen it, so I'm like, I've never seen the movie. I played the game, of course. So I'm
Okay.
like, let's get into this. Let's have some good fun with this, and
I don't think I never seen the movie either, actually.
I hope it's a good movie. From what I'm hearing, our co-host who was in here earlier, Chris, shout out to you again. He was having a good time with both of those films, so hopefully we
Because
do
that's
as
when
well.
he got introduced into Bond, I think.
Yeah, I think he said this was the first one he
Yeah,
watched.
so that's cool.
But so yeah, come check us out again this Saturday for Bond. Next
00
Thursday for Horror
7.
Research 30. And with that being
Double
said,
O 007 don't mean how many women he slept with, because that number is way higher than 7.
it definitely is. It definitely is. James Bond has a junior. There's an animated series of that you guys should definitely check out as well. You can learn some stuff. They say it's his nephew, but that's just some bullshit. He just didn't know who the baby mom was. He didn't
Exactly,
know.
exactly.
He didn't know. So he just put it on his brother that we didn't know even know he had. He doesn't even have a brother. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.
Peace.